Our president loves to point out that Obamacare is now the law, but he's less fond of checking into the fact that Americans are literally paying the price. According to new reports, Obamacare co-ops are failing. 11 of 24 plan to close. Now, this program was supposed to offer low-income Americans providing publicly funded competition to private for-profit insurers. So this failure of the co-ops, what does it mean for the future of Obamacare, for the future of health care? For more, let's welcome in Newsmax health editor Nick Tate. Nick, of course, is also the co-author of Da Vinci's Baby Boomer Survival Guide. Nick, thanks for your time here tonight on Newsmax Prime. The co-ops are not surviving. They are not thriving. Are we going to see more of them fail?
Seems likely, J.D. You know, these 24 co-ops were funded with about $2 billion in taxpayer funds. We've seen 5 of them fail, 11 others are at risk, and that's more than half of them. So the likelihood is that these co-ops, which were designed to provide publicly funded competition to the private marketplace, are doomed to failure. That's going to leave about at least 500,000 people, low-income folks, without insurance.
So the very thing that Obamacare was supposed to help, all these people without insurance, you're telling me there are going to be more people without insurance?
That's right. Those folks are either going to have to go onto the market and buy insurance like everybody else, or they're going to have to find another alternative. We're just not sure. It doesn't look like they're going to qualify for Medicaid, so the likelihood is those folks are going to be stuck. We don't know whether more money will be ponied up for this program, but that's something that we're all watching, too.
Well, speaking of more money, what is this situation? This year's fine for failing to have health care has increased to what, almost $700? Why such a high fine?
That's right. The Obamacare fines continue to go up. They started a year ago at just 1% of your income. It was like $95 at minimum for most people. It's going to kick up to $695 next year, 2.5% of your income, whichever of those two is greater. So it's going to be a lot more money for folks. And I think the issue is most people who would decide not to buy their insurance are going to be surprised that the fines are so high. Again, it's 2.5 times your income, a minimum of about $700 for individual, $2,100 a year per family.
About 40 seconds, Nick, for this. Are there any other unpleasant surprises you can warn us about tonight?
I hate to say this, but premiums are also going up this year. For those folks who do elect to buy their insurance, they're going to find that premiums are up as much as 7.5% this year when they buy their health policies. So either way, you're going to pay more.
Okay, Nick Tate, even in this challenging situation with Obamacare, I got to shell out the money to get your book, Da Vinci's Baby Boomer Survival Guide. Nick, as always, we appreciate your time. Now, the way you see it via social media. Our first comment comes from Joel, who wants to offer his assessment of the speaker's race in the U.S. House of Representatives. He writes in as follows: how do we pick a speaker? Well, first, we need a man of integrity who is smart and can grasp both sides of an argument. None of the names I have heard so far meet these criteria. Friendly amendment to Joel, there might be one woman in the race, Marsha Blackburn of Tennessee, talking about running. Next, it's Irene who checks in. She's concerned about the upcoming election for this reason. She writes, JD, I'm afraid that the Democrats are going to cheat at election time. We've already heard they're signing up all the illegals to vote as Democrats. What can we do? Well, in addition to serving as a poll watcher in your precinct, you watch us right here at Newsmax TV. We'll continue to cover it closely, and you can be sure of that. Finally, Solange checks in from Arkansas, and this simple message from Solange reads as follows: Trump is the last hope for America. If the Democrats win this election, we will never recover. Gee, I wanted to leave you on a high note tonight, but Solange offers that stark assessment. Whatever assessment you have, stark, happy, otherwise, send them to me, please, at newsmaxtv.com/comments. That'll do it for tonight. For those you see and those you don't, stay brave, stay free, stay tuned.